Hey, John. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Okay, we're just going to make this short and sweet. So I just want to go over a couple of things with you real quick, kind of give you just a rundown before we meet on Tuesday. Kind of just wanted to analyze your website and see your Google, your visibility online and kind of where you stand. So I just wanted to do a general overview. So just so you know, today we're just going to go over your website. We're going to talk about citations, backlinks, and content. And I also went and found your top competitors on Google, and we're going to just compare the two. So I just wanted to say you do have a nice website. I know you just built it not that long ago, and it is, it's user friendly. The pictures are clear. There could be more content on it. Rule of thumb with Google, Google likes to see about 1,500 to 2,000 words on a homepage of a website. And I'm going to show you that you only have about 400 words. So you definitely could use a lot more content. And one other thing that I came across, I checked not all of your pictures, but some of them. If I right click and I do this, you'll see that it says the file name is Our Process. Well, we don't want it to say Our Process. We want all of your pictures to be more like this one at the top. If I click on this one and I say Save As, you can see your business name, Top Quality Custom Countertops, Meridian Stone and Countertops. So it's just best that every single picture on your website has a name behind it or a description, because that also adds content and adds authority to Google, letting them know exactly what you do. So anyway, yeah, you've got about 444 words, and I will show you how I found that out in just a second. But basically what I did is I went up here into Google and I put countertop installation, Alexandria, Virginia. So I wanted to see who comes up. Now these first ones here sponsored, I don't know if you know this, but that means that these are paid ads. So this is another paid ad. So here, this is the map pack. These are the top three that are showing up. And this is where you want to be. This is where I want you to be. So after you leave the map pop, and I'll show you where you are, then this starts the organic search. And organic means this is the website that's ranking. Okay, so these are kind of two different things. You can rank on Google for your business name, address, and phone number, which is what this is. And I'll explain citations in just a minute. And then this is the organic down here. I'm just trying to show you why I picked this guy, American Quartz Granite. And the reason I picked him is because he's number 2 in the maps and he's number 1 organic. So I decided to use him as a comparison. Now, when I go to more, I wanted to see how far down you are, and you're quite far down. I don't want you down here. You're down here. So we don't want you there. We want you at the top. But anyway, main thing is I just wanted to show you why I picked this guy. So his website is right here. And he has, a lot of content. I checked some of his pictures too, and most of his pictures do have his name. I didn't go through all of them. This just shows what that quartz is. So really all of his pictures should have the name behind it. But I just really want to talk about the word content and the keywords that are on his website. So again, Google likes to see about 1,500 words. This guy, if I remember, that's you. Okay, he has 1,163 words. So that's very, very beatable. And all I did was copy and paste, put into a word counter, and it tells me how many words are on that home page. And you can see when I did yours, you only have 444 words. So there's definitely a whole lot of room for improvement on that. Okay, so now we're going to go over to a tool I call Ahrefs. And what I do is I just put your information into this site explorer and I hit search. And these are the numbers that I'm looking at. I'm looking at how many backlinks you have, reference domains, and of course, keywords. So we'll talk about backlinks in a minute. I'm going to give you the analogy behind that. Well, let's just do it now. So a backlink, look at it as another website giving your website authority. So this is just how I describe it. Imagine back in the day when you were a young kid, maybe there was a kid in school that was very shy, not popular at all, never got any attention. And then one day he shows up to school in a brand new Jordans. the Michael Jordan shoes. Well, now all of a sudden he's super popular. Everybody likes him. Well, that's kind of what backlinking is. Backlinking is an authority that Google uses. And so you get backlinks from different websites, other websites. You can get it from blogging. I mean, there's numerous ways to get them. So you do have quite a few backlinks, which is good, but you could use some more. You've got your reference domains. So that's showing how many domains are pointing back to your website, which isn't bad. But again, there's room for improvement. But the keywords, and look, your traffic is super low. Where if I go over to this guy, okay, this is the competition, the American quartz granite guy. He does have less backlinks. He's got a few less reference domains, but look at the keywords and look at the traffic that he's got. And so that's, this is where he's really, really ranking for the keywords and the content. And so this is why it's going to be so easy to beat him, because you already have quite a bit of backlinking authority, but not enough. So anyway, so let's just go back to you. I don't want to be all over the place. I'm trying to do this quickly. You can see, you've got quite a few keywords, but you're still missing out on a lot. And you only have traffic for this one keyword, and you don't have any top positions for any of your keywords. So if I go over to this guy and I go to his keywords, but I want exact URL for his keywords. Now you can see he's got a lot of keywords and he's ranking for a lot of them. And there's just tons of keywords that you're missing out on. So you're really leaving a lot of money on the table, because these are all people, all of these are getting major traffic. It shows you the value they're getting every month. So you really could be, gaining a lot more traffic by just having more content and more keywords on your website. So I just wanted to show you that. And then we're going to just come back over here and we're going to talk a little bit about the map pack and how you get here. As I was talking, this is, where your name, address, and phone number across the web gives you authority to Google. And I use something called WhiteSpark. So I put your name into WhiteSpark so I could see how many citations you have. And you can see here you only have 8 sources. That's not very many. You should have 100 or more. And I've got this little picture right here just to show you basically a citation: Google, Yahoo, local, Info USA, local pages, yellow pages, yellow book, match point, Yelp, Bing, Nextdoor, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, you get the idea. It's just listings, it's directories across the web, and there's hundreds and hundreds of directories. And so we really want to get you way more citations, and that's going to help move you up in this map area here. To be able to rank in the maps. Another thing that we do that brings a lot of authority to the maps is this guy down here. You can see they're posting regularly. 2 days ago, 6 days ago, June 13th. So he's doing, a couple of times a month. Normally, my clients, when you first start out, I usually update and post 3 to 5 times a week. Then you want to make sure that your social media profiles are linked to your Google business profile. Another thing that is really good is the questions and answers. And I can see he's not doing that. So that's another thing that I do. So we're always optimizing this, this Google business profile so that you can be up here. So he's doing some things, but he's not doing everything. And so I know we could definitely beat him without any problem. We could get you in this maps, and then we can definitely get you listed right here, right in these first couple, which is where we want you. So again, I hope that you find, this somewhat helpful. So the main thing, in closing, I just want to say we could definitely improve the content and the keywords on your website. That would be the number one thing I would do. Number 2, I would go and get you a ton of citations so that we can get you up in this map pack. And then the third thing that I would do is I would definitely go back and make sure that we're getting you as many backlinks as we can. Oh, another thing that he does have, I know that where he's getting some of his backlinks, he does have a blog page, and I noticed that you don't. So if you go here, you can see he is blogging, and that's another way to get authority. And we do that usually in our second or third month of the client. Once we get everything optimized, then we'll start blogging. And we can even do press releases, and that even brings more authority. Google loves press releases, so I can offer that as well. All right. Well, again, I hope you found this somewhat helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. All right. Have a great evening.